Welcome back to the Wrestling Podcast. I am, of course, your reigning, defending, undisputed predictions champion, Mr. Ryland, and with me, as always, is Jaden. Because this podcast could not work without a co-host. If it was just me sitting there rambling about wrestling, it would suck.
It would be boring.
It would be boring. And maybe it is boring to some of you. I don't care. You have an opinion. And I'd love to hear it. So comment below, because I figured out how to turn the comments on. If you don't like our pod, please tell me why. I take criticism. Before we get started, I'd like to point out our new additions to the wall. Well, a new addition. Can't really see it, so I will grab it. John Cena and Scooby-Doo. Doesn't get much better than that. One of the goats of wrestling teamed up with one of the goats of cartoons.
What?
You just haven't said much and you kind of gave a sigh like you don't agree that Scooby-Doo is one of the goats of cartoons. I'm ready to debate you if you have a different answer. Moving on. This is not the cartoon podcast. This is the wrestling podcast. We will debate that later. Let's start with, so first of all, this is a chill episode. We don't got predictions. No. This title's not on the line. Okay, we have nothing to defend this for. This is a pretty chill episode. But first thing I wanted to talk to you about was Raw going to 2 hours. Thoughts?
It should go. I think it's good that they're going to 2 hours.
And why? Because I have a bit of a different answer.
Because, Raw's on a Monday night. And people have school the next morning.
I mean, true. Well, here's the thing with the 2 hours. I don't think it's going to stay 2 hours when they go to Netflix.
No, I doubt it.
And this is happening after Bad Blood is when it's going to start, so it's not starting yet. But here's my problem, is you got so many amazing talents on Raw that have been struggling to get time with the 3 hours. Now we're going to 2 hours. You know how many wrestlers are not going to be on the show? And the problem is, one of the complaints about SmackDown being 2 hours is not every storyline is in every episode. They have to kind of take turns. And that's really going to affect Raw. And you know who I think is really going to suffer from the 2 hour Raw?
Jey Uso.
The Wyatt Six. Because think about how good they've been when they have their vignettes in the background, like their interviews, their drawn extended entrances, and now that's going to 2 hours, all that's going to have to be rushed. So who's going to be affected by this? I think the Wyatt Six very much is going to be affected by a 2 hour Raw.
Or they could just say the same and everyone else is going to be affected by them taking so
I don't think they're going to have one group just stay the same and every other person gets shortened. I don't think they would do that. I think, because first of all, you look at Gunther's your world champion. He's not going to be affected. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, they're not going to be affected. They're your established main eventers. It's the people below that are going to be affected. I mean, even Braun Breaker, as IC champ, we're probably not going to get as, well, he hasn't defended on Raw much. He defended against Sammy, but I don't know. That's my problem, is there's just, and again though, everyone needs to stop freaking out. It's only for a little bit. It's not permanent, I don't think.
Yeah.
I imagine once they move to Netflix, either they're going to go back to 3 hours with commercials, or they're going to do 2 hours with no commercials, which would be essentially the same thing. That would be my prediction. So everyone needs to cool their jets. For a time being, it is going to kind of suck, because here's another thing about it. We have wanted Raw to go down to 2 hours for years. For years, people have wanted Raw to be... They're like, why is it 3 hours when the third hour sucks? They finally figured it out. Raw's been so good, other than the tag team division, which we could get into that later as well.
Yeah.
They finally have figured it out, and now they're taking that hour away from us. Will SmackDown become 3 hours? That's the rumor going around. There hasn't been anything talked about it, but that's just kind of a thing people have been talking about. What if?
Maybe.
I'd be hyped.
Yeah.
Because the problem with SmackDown... First of all, SmackDown's on a Friday. Much better than a Monday. And also, one of the things with SmackDown is not every storyline gets to be on every episode, because it's just not enough time. So if they added that third hour, could get a more quality show. I'm just saying, the Blue Brand, okay?
This should both just be 3 hours.
Yeah, what the heck? Why is one shorter than the other? NXT can be 2 hours. SmackDown did go overtime on USA. A lot of people, that's the reason people have been like, was that a hint? It's going to go 3 hours? I don't think so. NXT's been doing overtime forever. So probably not. Don't get your hopes up. But it could. I'd be hyped. I'd enjoy it. Let's see what else we got to talk. So I guess that's enough about that. Raw going to 2 hours. We'll see what happens. Again, I don't think it's going to be permanent, but we'll see. Let's talk about some bad blood, even though we're not doing our predictions, but I do want to get your thoughts on, first of all, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, in Hell in a Cell. Your thoughts?
I think it's going to be a good match.
Will it main event?
Probably. Maybe.
Have you heard about the other match that was announced for Bad Blood?
No.
I'm going to tell you it, and you're going to go, well, that's the main event.
Maybe I have.
Roman Reigns, and you probably already are like, well, that's going to be the main event, is teaming up with Cody Rhodes to take on Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. I guarantee you that is your main event. First of all, and probably. I get it. Like, people are like, Cody should main event in his hometown, but, like, why?
Yeah,
like,
why?
Yes, Gunther main evented in Germany, which is not even his home country, but close enough.
Pretty much.
Drew got to main event. Rhea got to main event in Australia. That's totally different. That is a different country that they visit once in a freaking blue moon. They go to blanking on where it is now. I had a brain fart. I knew exactly where it was. But they go to where Bad Blood is all the time. Where the heck is it? What? The State Farm Stadium. What the heck is that city called? My gosh. I'm blanking. And I'm recording with my phone, so I can't even look it up. Do you have yours? Where's Bad Blood at?
State Farm Stadium.
I am just having the massivest... Is
that in, like, Denver or something?
The massivest brain fart right now. Where the heck? Why can't I remember? I'm looking like such a fool. Just look up where is Bad Blood.
I spelled blood wrong.
Oh my gosh.
What the heck?
WWE Bad Blood? Maybe add that in there?
I don't want Taylor Swift's song.
Taylor Swift sucks. That's right, I said it. And I'd say it again.
Atlanta.
Oh my goodness, dude, that was gonna drive me nuts. So that's Cody's hometown. So a lot of people were like, he should get the main event, but I just feel like it's not the same thing as like a Gunther, a Drew, or a Rhea, because they go there once in a freaking blue moon and they go to Atlanta, Georgia all the time. They'll be there at the freaking... They're going to be there next year, I guarantee it. They go there all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, Cody can main event the next... But he's going to main event this one, bottom line. He is going to main event this one. And, you know, my thoughts on this match is the fact that Cody needs to team up with Roman to have a match that feels like it could be the main event kind of says something bad about Cody. I love Cody. I love Roman. I don't love Solo.
No.
He's all right. But Jacob Fatu is my guy. Jacob Fatu's great. I mean, everything about Jacob Fatu is so much better than Solo. It's not even funny. But anyway, we're not doing our predictions, but I already know who I think is going to win that. If anybody thinks Solo and Jacob have a chance of winning that match, you're a fool. I'm sorry. You would never win this if you think that. I'm going to tell you. Other match that's been announced, I think there's only been 3. But Liv Morgan and Rhea. No, there's been 4. Liv Morgan and Rhea are going to fight. Again. No stipulation, which leads me to believe it's not going to be their last match.
No.
Which, again, we're not doing predictions right now, but I already know who I'm picking for that.
I don't know who I'm going to pick yet.
We'll see when we get there, which predictions might be a little wonky, because I don't think he's going to be here the weekend of Bad Blood, so we're probably going to have to do it early, which means there could be a match added after our predictions video, but that's okay. There just won't be points on that match. We're going to do it 2 weeks from now, even though it's 3 weeks away. Because there probably will be, bottom line, it might get a little messed up with our predictions. But, so the other match that's been announced is Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. No stipulation, which I guess is fine because it's their first match.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be a stipulation on your first match usually. That's more later down the line. I'm hyped for that. I feel like they haven't done a great job of hyping up Finn Balor. I wish they would have done a little better, made him look a little stronger. A little more like he actually has a chance against Damian. And then what else is there? Oh, right. I think that Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade will be on Bad Blood. I think they did their 5th match 2 nights ago. Because they were tied up at 2-2. So now I guarantee you they're going to do one more match tied up at 3-3,
Yeah.
and then they can do a best-of-7 series culminating at Bad Blood, which could have a stipulation on it. It'd be cool, but I think if it
Yeah,
does,
it'd be cool.
it needs to be... I'm totally stealing from Mr. Santi's app here, but I totally agree with him. It needs to be like a best 2 out of 3 falls kind of match or an Iron Man match. It can't be like a blood match.
Yeah.
Because that's just not their feud. Their feud is not I want to kill you. Their feud is I want to be better than you. So that's my thought on that.
Yeah.
I hope it makes the pay-per-view. It's been so good. Every single one of their matches has been match of the night. Now this guy didn't watch Cody versus Solo Steel Cage on SmackDown.
No.
So
I
it's
didn't.
hard to really talk about too much. Much better than their SummerSlam match. Much better. It was the first
Yeah.
time I ever felt like Solo maybe can be a main eventer. Like before I felt like, oh my gosh, he's not ready for the
Just
main
not.
event. Why are they putting him in the main event? And this time I was like, this was pretty good. This was good.
Should have done that at SummerSlam.
Yeah, obviously got Cody winning because we knew Solo was not
Yeah.
winning. The Bloodline attacks him, then Roman comes out to save him. Then the Bloodline kind of get the numbers game on Roman. Cody saves Roman, and that's what led to the tag team match. So, yeah. What else we got to talk about today? Right, the tag team division on Raw. So, embarrassing story for myself. Was watching Raw 2 weeks ago now when Jay and Damian teamed up to fight JD and Finn, and I thought the titles were on the line. So when Jay and Damian won, I was like, yes, new champs, because JD and Finn have sucked. But the titles weren't on the line.
Yeah.
So those tag titles are literally meaningless right now.
Yeah.
How do you have a 2.5 month reign and you don't defend them once? They are literally the equivalent of them just showing up in fanny packs at this point. They're just a part of their attire at this point. Like, they're not defending them. I don't care. They suck. They suck. I love Finn. I love JD. They're both great wrestlers. I mean, as a tag team champions, they suck.
Yeah.
Okay, they are terrible as a tag team. And I will say that through the rooftops, that they suck. And the New Day is apparently going after those tag titles, and please, please, please let the New Day win. That is the problem with the tag division, is it's not been focused enough on actual tag teams. If the New Day wins, we're back, baby. We are back, back, back. Way back. Because I don't think the New Day is going to split up. They had the story, and then they had Odyssey Jones, who get involved, and then Odyssey Jones got released, and then they totally dropped the story. Just imagine, though, getting drafted to Raw in 2022, not making your debut until 2024, and then getting released 2 weeks later. I mean, unbelievable. I would feel bad, but if the allegations from Odyssey Jones are true, then I don't feel bad. But man, that's sad. That's a hard pill to swallow. You sit there collecting a paycheck, not doing anything for 2 years. Well, I guess that's not too bad.
I'd do that.
I guess that's not too bad. Never mind. You sitting there collecting like $350,000 a year without doing anything. It's not too. I guess that I don't feel that bad. But yeah, no, that story with Karrion Kross. I mean, it was terrible to begin with. I mean, that story was so bad. But now it's just kind of over. Bless you. I mean, it's done. Now they're starting a thing with Karrion and The Miz, it seems, maybe.
Wow.
And boy, let me tell you, the Fatal 4-Way on Raw to determine the number one contender to the Intercontinental title. Great match. Great match. I hate that Ilya has been losing so much, but at the same time, he came out looking incredibly strong. He kicked out of a lot of big moves. It was the kind of match that I liked because I feel like every member, like every participant in that Fatal 4-Way came out looking strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Bronson Reed splashed Braun Strowman through the announcer's table. I guess continuing their feud after he killed him.
Yep.
But didn't kill him because he was back the next week. That leads me to something else we got to talk about. This is, like I said, this is a chill episode. We're not talking a lot about wrestling. This is more... I love Triple H's booking. Let me start out by saying that. How good has his booking been, Jane?
Amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good.
Great booking, except a couple things. Obviously, and this is not me being like, Triple H sucks because he does this, because Triple H is great, and no matter how good you are, you're gonna make bad decisions. It's just how it works. But their whole mystery opponent or mystery partner things has been the most YouTube clickbaity stuff I've ever seen. Like, they've been like, Kevin Owens has a mystery tag team partner. Who could it be? Everyone's like, it's going to be Randy. And then it's Randy. On Raw, this past week, oh, Zelina Vega and Lyra Valkyria have a mystery tag team partner. Who could it possibly be? And then it's freaking Natalya. As we all thought. Oh, but when Bronson Reed got COVID, he couldn't compete in his match to qualify for the number one contender to the IC title. Mystery replacement. Who's going to be in it? And then it was freaking Braun Strowman, like we all said.
Of course.
Like, they've done this clickbait crap. Like, they could just say that. Why are you hyping us up with this mystery stuff just for it to be the most obvious outcome? Just say Braun Strowman's replacing him. Do not hype us up with this mystery to give us the obvious answer. That'd be like, like in Scooby-Doo episodes, going back to that, how they'd always have a super creepy, suspicious guy come in and then they'd never be the culprit. It'd be like if that creepy, suspicious guy was the culprit. It'd be boring, because you're like, well, that's what I expected. Yeah. It's always the nice guy that's like, oh, guys, I'll help you solve the mystery, and then they end up being the culprit. Like, that's how it works. That's how you do it. So if you're going to hype me up with a mystery partner for Kevin Owens, I don't want it to be Randy freaking Orton. I want it to be like Ricky Starks or something, coming from AEW, or Trick Williams coming up from NXT. Like an actual surprise. If it's gonna be Randy Orton, just say that the week prior. Enough about that.
Yeah. No what?
Anything else to talk about? I think we covered it all for today. Let me see. Let me think. Talked about the Bad Blood matches. Mm-hmm. Talked about Raw going to 2 hours. Prospect of SmackDown possibly being 3 hours.
Yeah. Talked about the
Tag division. On SmackDown, I feel like it's gotten a little better, but it hasn't been great. I mean, we could talk about how terrible Tonga Loa is if we really wanted to. I mean, he's so meme-worthy. It's to the point where I am convinced he's doing it on purpose. Because he knows how meme... Because how do you hold up a title wrong? Like, I can't even accidentally do that very easily. Like, he had to actually force it to go like that. Like, because when I just hold this up, it does not do that. Unless their belt straps just aren't as thick as this one. But he was holding his title up like this. He was like, I'm the tag champ. Look at me, Jaden.
Like, I think their belt straps are a little more flimsy.
Probably, but still, come on. Tell me he did that on purpose. Or when he picked up Cody at SummerSlam and he missed the corner. How the heck do you miss the corner when you're a wrestler? And I know it's hilarious, it's meme-worthy, it's funny, people joke that he's the greatest member of the Temu bloodline. But it's just, when you're in WWE, you shouldn't be botching that much if it's truly accidental. And the only reason he's there is because he is, I don't think he's like blood related to the bloodline, but he's close enough.
He's related to them.
Like, it's just, I don't know. Why? Why is he there? Nepotism. That's what I don't like. At least Nia Jax has gotten better. Still don't really particularly love Nia Jax, but she's gotten better, for sure. So, improvement. If you improve, that's fine. I don't like CM Punk. I acknowledge him in the minority there, but he doesn't either, so. We're not CM Punk people. We don't like him. Punk, if you're watching this, I don't like you. Which means as a heel, you were doing your job, but as a babyface, you're not, so you suck.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio, on the other hand, he's my boy. He's my hero. He's my GOAT. No, he's not, but we were talking about who our GOAT is, and he doesn't even know, but there's only one right answer. Who's the best of all time, and it's Undertaker, okay? It is The Undertaker. Come on, tell me it's not The Undertaker to my face. Look me in the eyes and tell me you don't think it's The Undertaker. That's what I thought. I think that's where we end it for today. Hope you enjoyed us just rambling about nonsense.
Wrestling.
And we will be back for our Bad Blood predictions, where I will be putting this title on the line. Reigning, defending, undefeated but could very well be defeated soon. Because we'll see. We'll see what happens at Bad Blood Predictions, man.
I'm tired.
He's very tired.
I'm very tired.
He's,
I don't know why.
I'm also tired, but I just bring the energy even when I'm tired, so it's fine. We've had busy weeks. You've been playing football, man. I've had pep bands to go to because I'm a nerd. Obviously. He likes to pretend he's not a nerd, but he's a nerd too. Don't even listen to him.
Aren't nerds smart?
I thought that was geeks. I think geeks are smart.
Oh, nerds are just stupid.
Nerds are like nerds are like people that love like superheroes, or in my case wrestling or something.
Yeah.
Like geeks are like people that love to read, wear glasses. I think that's the difference, right? I'm not a geek
I have no
because I'm
clue.
not smart. I am
not
not
either.
smart at all. I'm an idiot, but that's okay though, because I got you guys, and I got him.
Yeah.
And what you got? Well, let's let the people know what we got going on in the future. What do you got going on?
Football all week.
Football all week. He's gonna be a gloomy Gus about it. Football all week.
Yep.
I myself got a Vikings game to go to with some buds because I won the tickets at prom. And Megadeth concert also. That'll be fun. I think I told you guys about that in the headphone challenge. Oh yeah, headphone challenge part 2. I gotta upload that. That'll be
Yeah.
coming out before this. I'll probably. I don't know. I don't know what's coming out first anymore because we've been recording multiple things on the same day lately. I don't know why. So this, I don't know. Well, I'll probably upload the headphone challenge before this. So you'll be seeing that first.
First one's out though. Go watch it.
First one is out. Go watch, subscribe, click like. Second one was way better.
Yeah.
We kind of actually got the hang of it and figured out what to really do for it. So the second one's way better. I think that'll be uploaded before this. So you guys should already know because you watch, right? And we should end this because nobody has stayed this long. If you made it this far in the video, comment below, Mr. Rylan is great. Now, comment below, predictions champion.
Comment pizza if you made it this
Yes,
far.
good idea. Comment pizza. Comment pizza if you made it this far. Then we'll know. We'll know who watches this far.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting any comments. And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. Rylan and Jada. Anyway, that's 3. I told you I'm dumb.